Evening, bowlers. Welcome to the 24th episode of a Stepback.
Obi.
It's your host, Leon Tompkins. My main man, Jacob Moses. Here in the middle of playoff basketball, coming to you live. How you feeling this evening, brother?
I am good. Loving life. Sports is back. Basketball is running things right now, which is good to see. And we're ready to talk some NBA, WNBA, midseason awards, bubble awards. Man, let's get this rolling and live in color.
In living color. Yeah, man, it's a rough day watching the Nets we give their heart out and lose it was a tough one. But first and foremost, I really want to thank the members of this group here. We reached 400 members recently, and we want to take time out and say thank you to everyone in the group.
Absolutely.
You guys are what make this happen. You guys make the group. Just keep on contributing. Keep making those threads. Invite your friends in, and we just keep it going.
Absolutely.
But this group is what you make of it, and we hit 400, and we just make it go higher. And again, thank you to everyone in the group. Thank you, Jacob.
Oh, thank you. Just fun, man. I love it.
Yeah, man. It was just as fun as what we did last week. We left off with our good friend Randy over at the Audible Football Life. But last week we left off with the race for 8th. It was exciting. 14 for 2 spots. The Suns in the 10th spot then. They won their game. Grizzlies won their game, in which then eliminated the Spurs. And then we got into one of the best regular season games I've seen in a while, with the Blazers taking on the Brooklyn Nets. My guys, they fought hard, and the Blazers playing for their playoff lives. What'd you make of the whole race coming in?
Man, this was great to watch. It was just unbelievable, just how hard they played, and especially with the Nets. Let's talk about that. How hard they played. They had nothing to play for. They were in.
Right.
They went out. Jock Bones said, "Listen, we're gonna go out and play." And if Dame, wasn't pulling up from half court hitting them, they would have been dead to rights. But just this 8th and 9th race was amazing to watch. We saw Devin Booker, showing how good he is. Dame, it was Dame time. Melo, his rejuvenation. Nurkic playing for his grandmother. RP to her. It was just McCollum playing with his bad back. His back is broken, spinal. It was really amazing to watch, and they need to do this more. Definitely. Do you got it when he pulled up?
Yeah, man. I mean, so we're gonna check. We got Melo in the corner.
Corner Melo.
Melo has been really showing out clutch lately here, and this is a great game. LeVert was killing him the entire game.
He was. So that
Gary Trent, a known defensive wizard.
But yeah, Nurkic right there, that dude, that's like the heart of the team right there. You talk about Lillard, but Nurkic has been getting those tough rebounds. Look at LeVert with that turnaround. Man, that's a star right there, man. You got to know something. Anyone, and that's it. I knew that since Michigan. But yeah, this game was great. Look at, was that the fro? Yeah, Jared, look at that, playing tough. Just Nurkic playing hard as usual. Then, man, this game was good. Back and forth and just, man.
Yeah, and like when you look at Lillard later on, look at Lillard with the defensive play. able to steal, playing for his life there.
Mm-hmm. Then McCollum came up too. He hit a couple of big shots and just couldn't guard him.
No,
Look at that. Look at Levert. I mean, he's showing what a leader does. He's like, listen, you got your third star. No need to look. You don't need a bill. You got me. But yeah, he had a good look on that one too. But yeah, you talk about surviving. That's what Portland did. And they went in there with a.
that's exactly what they did.
They stayed alive. Lillard said, "Listen, we're gonna come in here. We going somewhere." And look at now, up 1-0 against the Lakers. So anything can happen.
Exactly, and we have mentioned it before. Lillard coming in, he said he wanted a chance, and he showed why he wanted that chance.
Mm-hmm.
Knocked off. That's 3-4 straight wins now. All of them heavily contested, and showing why he was named the bubble MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about Booker, we talked about T.J. Warren,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he went to the right guy. 2K cover star.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on Lillard getting the MVP?
I'm happy. I'm happy for that guy. Me personally. I've been a big fan since the second year. So, and just seeing him just to this culmination, see how he can carry his team on his back, and just his whole attitude, his demeanor. He lets nothing shake him. I mean, talk about ice in his veins. He's what you want in a player. Somebody that's going to be a leader. He's going to be vocal, plays hard. He gets his guy once again. He gets his guys into it. Melo said that was the best player he's ever played with. And that's a high praise coming for somebody that's been in the league for what is it, 17 years now?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so he doesn't get everybody gives him respect from Braun all the way down the list. No, it's everybody. Everybody loves Dame. Maybe PG. He respects him, but you know how that goes. But Dame is he's one of those players. Another guy that just balls out. That's what he does. I love watching him every night.
Yeah, it's been real exciting to watch. And with the Phoenix Suns, and they went 8-0 in the bubble, they really showed something for next year. Devin Booker and those guys,
Mm-hmm.
they came in focused, and which led Monty Williams to be coach of the bubble. Good job from him. The Suns had went through a bunch of coaching changes throughout the past couple of years and finally settled on Monty Williams. They let one guy go before his contract even ended. I believe he was from overseas.
Mm-hmm.
But it was Monty came in, changed the culture, as they say, and really led the team to be focused.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball lifer, what's your thoughts on Monty Williams?
He tough player. I mean, he used to be a Knick, so I know about him. But yeah, he was one of those guys. I believe he coach the Pelicans? He did, right?
Yeah,
Well, he had a job. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he did.
I mean, he got respect all around the league, and for him to do what he did with this team, it was just a nice little mix of young guys and vets like the Ricky Rubios of the world, and once they got Ricky Rubio, young guys like Cameron Johnson, Bridges, good two-way player. Sorry, can't forget about him. He showed up. I mean, of course Booker, he just led the way, and like you said, you got building blocks there with who else was it? Well, I like Cameron Johnson. Sark is good. He's still young. Cameron Payne, he surprised me because, like we always talked about, who's going to show up? Cameron Payne. I thought he was on his way out the league. I'm not even going to lie. And you got another building block there. And come the lottery, come the draft, you never know what kind of piece they can add. Oh, excuse me, DeAndre Ayton. Can't forget about him. And so you got your franchise center, franchise shooting guard. Rubio can hold the fort down until they actually get a guard in the draft, what they do need. Actually, a lead guard. And you never know. Sky might be the limit for the Suns.
Yeah, they were scorching hot. they really showed out and demanded respect from the rest of the league and saying they're no longer a pushover. So good job out of Monty Williams, coach of the bubble.
Absolutely.
Also named was the first and second teams of the in the bubble, WNBA, Luka, no surprise there. James Harden, my man TJ Warren, Booker, and Lillard, all named first team NBA bubble. The second team really has some interesting names. To think that Giannis was a second team just goes to show how good the first team was. KP, Karis LeVert, Michael Porter Jr., and Kawhi. Giannis and Kawhi on a second team is just...
That's freaking crazy. That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
You took about you raise the level and you raise your game. That's what happens. And seeing guys like Michael Porter Jr., question marks all over the board came like draft night. Who was gonna pick him up? And Denver is just one of those teams that another one fell in their lap. Jokic, he was a second round pick. Boom. Jamal Murray. I mean, just these guys, but Michael Porter Jr., who you didn't know what you were going to get out of him, and it just made this team better. He can shoot, and you watch him play. He got a KD in him, like he really does. It's crazy, the high arc and release. He can get down low with you, and he rebounds well. This kid's gonna have a good career if his back holds up. He's well deserved.
Yeah, he looked really good today in the loss to the Jazz, but you could tell he has a picture-perfect release, picture-perfect form, and the sky's the limit for Porter Jr. on a young, loaded Nuggets team.
You ain't lying.
So with the Blazers win over the Nets, they got the right to play in the play-in game, the first ever 8-9 play-in game to represent the AC to play the Lakers. And that was an exciting game of itself. Lillard versus Ja. The young Grizzlies team really surprised a lot of people during the regular season. Jaren Jackson came in during the bubble and kind of catapulted them for the first few games until he got injured. We're going to get into a bit of a playing game, but what do you think of the Blazers and the Grizzlies?
It was good from the beginning to end. Like we talked about before, Josh showed out. That's a star in the league. I mean, he can be an MVP candidate. And this Grizzlies team is better than they show how good they were. And I think if Triple J was there, it's a different story because they had it. They had the A spot pretty much locked down. They had so many ways to make it to the playoffs. This was basically a worst case scenario. If you got to the play-in game, you still can get in. But you look at Ja, Brandon Clark, who I love. I mean, that was an absolute steal. That kid can shoot, rebound. He's tough. My man Grayson Allen, if he get his head out of his ass, he'll be even. You can add him onto that list. And Dylan Brooks, he hit some big shots. Man, this Valanciunas, I mean, that's another one. Jonas, he double threat. Lock him up. They have a nice little five there. And if the bench, look at their bench. You got Justice Winslow, former top 5 pick in the draft. You have, what else do they have? Melton, that's another guy. He can shoot. He's a nice, young shooter. And once again, it's another one. Sky's the limit. But it was Dame Time, and another one was McCollum. This is when he stepped up, when his back must have been feeling better because he started giving it to Ja, actually. And
yeah, man.
Look at it. Boom. He's like, you couldn't hold him. I mean,
no.
Look at him again. Look. Boom. Step back.
Yeah, CJ in the mid-range is deadly.
Oh, gosh. He is easily, I'll say, he might be top 3. He might be the best mid-range shooter in the game. Him and CP3. Yeah. But look at Ja. Look at him.
Yeah, pulling the 6-point lead really led his team back in the game. And here's a Duke player who doesn't show up in the clutch. Grayson Allen,
Yeah, that was embarrassing. Who was it again, Leon? Who was it? Cornamelo.
Well, I mean, you look at these highlights, and what's the common theme? Melo in the clutch, in the corner, knocking down a big shot because that's what he does.
Yep, it's supposed to smile on my face every single time. People thought it was done. It ain't done, man. Shooters still shoot, and they get hot, and that's what he brings. And I'll bring up this point. How does the Lakers feel, huh? Yeah, Jared Dudley over Melo. Mm, this might come back to bite you. But yeah, I'm really happy for Melo. You know, as a Knicks fan, I've been a Melo fan since he was in Denver. I mean, I just always wanted to see him just succeed, and I really want to see him get a ring. That's one play I just want to see. I don't care where he gets it. I want to see him get his ring because that's everybody gets on him. Oh, Melo, is he a Hall of Fame? He's a Hall of Famer. I'm hoping he gets to 30,000 points. I think he might play long enough to get there. He's going to be at least in the top 10 and one of the best pure scorers in the game. Nobody has a better jab step move, and I think he's on the perfect team.
Yeah, looking at Melo on this team, it's kind of like what you see from him on the Olympic team.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he's at his best. He's the spot up shooter, he definitely knock down range, but he's not asked to create for himself, although he can do it in spurts. Olympic Melo is unstoppable, and that's what you're getting right now on the Blazers.
Lucky he doesn't have a hood. Hoodie Melo. That's the next level.
But what's also amazing is you can see the defensive intensity he's putting into his game now. Been questioned for a long time his defensive effort, his integrity, but you see him last night. With a few possessions he got up LeBron, he dug in, moved his feet, and had active hands. So when he wants to, he can play defense, just like James Harden.
Exactly. And all it takes, a lot of defense, obviously quick feet, but if you have quick hands, you can make it work. And that's what James Harden, people forget, James Harden has really quick hands when he gets in front of you. And same thing with Melo. He might be, 34, but he still can do it on that end. And plus, this is not a 20-something-year-old LeBron, so you might be able to stay in front of him a little bit easier at the pro level.
So we saw an exciting Blazers-Grizzlies 8-9 game, which led to the NBA to possibly change its format for future playing games for an 8-9 seed. Would you like to see this in the future?
I'm going to say no with the possible 1-16 seeds and stuff like that. The only reason I don't, it's cool for this whole pandemic thing because it was so short, yes, but if you make it in the regular season, come on, the AFC, you can't have like a 8-9, unless if they're like tied or something. If they're tied, fine, play in. That's okay, but not like this. It just, I don't think it's right for the team to actually bust their, humps all year, to get to that 8 spot. If you barely get in, you get in, but if you're tied, yeah, it makes sense. But other than that, no, I wouldn't want to see it next year. Got to play devil's advocate on this one.
That's cool. I'm going to go in agreement and say that I prefer the 1-16 if they ever did it, regardless of conference. Although it would mean they'd have to change up the schedule a lot. But if they would ever change the playoff format, I would prefer one tournament bracket 1-16, just like March Madness style.
Yes, that would be nice. You've been an advocate for that for a while, actually. I think Adam Silver stole it from you.
I got a lot of other ideas for Silver if he's paying attention. Mike Conley leaves for the bubble for the birth of his child. Congratulations to Mike Conley.
Absolutely.
Jazz come in, they facing off against the Nuggets. Series just tied up at 1-1 with a huge win for Utah over 30-point win. It knocked it down to 25, but Utah was in cruise control throughout. Man, Donovan Mitchell, first game with the 57 spot, really faced off against Murray. What you got on the Jazz and the Nuggets here?
I loved it. Oh man, Donovan Mitchell, boy. Yeah. New York stand up, PK stand up. But he showed out that first game. If he got a little bit more help, man, you never know. But I just had on the side note, it still hurts that we chose Frank over him. So I'm kind of salty watching this whole series. But it was nice to see Utah get a win. They are a severe underdog in this series. But the Nuggets, they're still, I think a superior team because they have too much firepower. So, it's nice that they got a game. They might get another one, but in the end, I think too strong, too big, too strong. And the Nuggets they cruise.
Yeah, man. I really enjoyed the back and forth with Murray and Mitchell at the end of game one. It was something special. Watching two guys just lock up and we go at it. Here we go here. I mean, my man was unconscious.
Yeah, he was just like, nah. And they had it, man. They definitely. Yeah. But yeah, look at the woo. I just love his step back is pretty good. His crossover step back is really good and improved from Kentucky on. It's just.
Yeah. And Mitchell was doing the facilitating work. He did everything on the court. Now you look at the end of the regulation. Gobert played some really good defense on Joker.
Yes, and that's what Gobert does. He's stout on defense. They don't call him the Eiffel Tower for no reason. Hey yo, but but definitely he can dig in defensively. That's not a problem for him. Yeah. And with Joker, he can face like Joker. He's not the fleet of foot, so I think it makes it easier for Gobert to get into him and not have to move as much because Joker is not too quick. We're witnessing a black screen.
Yeah, but Murray just finally went off and led the team to victory. As much as Mitchell tried to answer him, Jamal was too much and showed why he's a max level player.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is really exciting to watch. And in game two, Utah just broke the brakes of 3-point land in the series.
Yeah, I wish I saw that. I was at work for that one. I was just kind of trying to follow the thread, and I'm like, I saw Mitchell's bust. I'm like, well, he going to work. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, I see England. He did his thing. Joey I. And I mean, Utah's another one of those teams. They're kind of like Oklahoma City. They can just sneak up on you, and they're not. Oklahoma City is another one where they get hot, man. They get hot. They go in spurts, and you can't stop them. And Utah keeps it up like this, man. We might have another upset. Upset is going to be the word of the bubble because somebody's getting upset. I don't know who it is or what teams they're going to be, but I just have that feeling. One of them.
Damn sure ain't gonna be Brooklyn.
Nah, yeah, y'all might be dead meat.
You got that broom ready. And speaking of Brooklyn, we're gonna get into the Nets and the Raptors now. That was a brutal game one. The first half was awful. Toronto showed why they're the champions in the first half. Brooklyn really showed some fight in the second, cut it to 9, and then Toronto just
said, "Nah, that's okay."
Doors off.
He was like, "Nah, we just playing."
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
they pulled the red. You know I'm playing. You know I didn't want my lead back. Come on, I'm just joking.
But I like what I seen out of TLC Cabarrot.
Yes, I like that guy.
Showed some promise in the seeding games, really shooting the ball well. In the playoff series, matter of fact, in game 2, he changed the lineup took Kyrgios out of the starting lineup, put Raul Caro in, and that's why we were able to get off to such a hot start.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Latvia
Latvia was
my
grounded
ass.
today.
That shit crashed. Fucking terrible.
But Toronto wasn't able to shoot as well from the 3-point range. They were 935 today because they were off to a hot start in game one. But it was a bad ending to game two as Toronto took the lead in the fourth. And then last possession, never even able to get a shot off. And come to find out, Joe Harris was leaving the bubble. There goes another weapon down.
Really? When did they announce that?
About an hour ago. Joe Harris had a family matter, I believe, and he's left the bubble, so he's gonna miss games 3 and 4.
That's big.
Yeah, that's gonna be it for them.
Yeah. No shooters. Yeah, but that's the thing. You gotta, as a Net fan, you gotta see the light at the end of the tunnel because you knew what it was gonna be with no stars there. You see what you have on the horizon. You guys are gonna be back in the. If y'all don't go to the Eastern Conference Finals next year, I think they're gonna be better than the Bucks. I don't care what anybody says. I think it's gonna be BK in the Eastern Conference Finals, possibly the finals if Kyrie keeps his head on straight. KD's Achilles holds up. You're not going to stop him. So if you keep Harris around, keep LeVert around, and that whole squad just together, you already built a culture. Keep running with it, and we'll see what happens. But I would not. If you get swept, you get swept. I mean, come on, you have bare minimum.
Yeah, they're running like replacement guys out there.
Yeah, it's the COVID staff pretty much.
Yeah, I appreciate the fight, but game one and actually parts of game two. Van Vliet dropped 30 in game one, 8 threes, 11 assists, and then game two scored 13 points in the third quarter. Restricted free agent coming up, I believe. Do you believe he gets a max contract?
Yep. Yep. That's when you make your money in the playoffs. That's as we've seen every sport. You play well in the playoffs, and you will get paid. Take it from me, a Knicks fan. Jerome James had one playoff series and turned it into 35 to 40 million. So, but Van Vliet, he's good. I mean, I think he's gone after this. You got to chase the money now, man. You're in the prime of your career. If somebody throws that money out there, you got to take it. But he's playing like a max guy. If he gets close to it, he's either getting close or the max. So, absolutely.
You think he stays in Toronto, or will someone like the Knicks try to offer him a high contract?
This is what we're going to see if the Knicks are the old Knicks or not. Because the old Knicks will actually pay that. And I'm not giving him 4 years, 80 million with this. I just can't. We're going into the draft with a whole bunch of point guards. So you can't really do it. And I can see them making an offer because he is a defense. He can lock you down on defense when he digs in. I can kind of see them shooting an offer over. I'm hoping not. I mean, I like him, but not that much. That you're giving him a max on this squad. Not right now. He's in a perfect spot. I would stay if I were him and keep it going because he still gets 25, 30 minutes a game anyway. And with Lowry, you never know with his crash and burn kind of play. You don't know how long he's going to hold up. So, but I can see a team maybe like a Phoenix. You put him there, you put him and Booker together, that will look pretty good. You never know. There's a lot of teams that need guards out there, and I want to see him go to like a team that he can really put them over that level like he did kind of last year when they won the championship. Besides Kawhi, but Van Vliet was he was a cog in that one.
Yeah, I could see him getting similar to like Brogdon money.
Perfect.
And him and Brogdon are similar players, but Brogdon, has the health issues, and it's just a matter of him staying on the floor. I think Van Vliet gets his money. I'm not sure which team, maybe Chicago.
Yeah, that's true. They need another point guard, and they really don't have any big contracts anymore. So besides Zach's, but yeah, I can see that they do need a point, and then you can move Kobe White to the off guard position kind of. But yeah, I can see that. That'd be real interesting. It's a good pick.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see where he goes in the off season.
Hmm.
Taking a look at next series, the Sixers and the Celtics. Bit was on now, and
What score?
Boston's just having their way with them right now. They're up by 22, and Philly had an early lead, and Bede has a look of despair on his face. Uh,
Oh
Kemba's
man,
playoff debut, Tatum and Brown just doing what they do.
dynamic.
Uh, yeah, where you see the Sixers Celtics series going?
Five. I'm gonna see five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, but yeah, without Simmons, Philly's just no good. It just can't. That's their defensive anchor pretty much, and Embiid, when he gets down in the dumps, he can only do so much. But his body language, as you can see now, he's just. And Brett Brown's just like, damn, I'm about to get fired. But yeah, they don't have enough. There's not enough Horford either. You know, the dude is he's a skilled player. Like, put him on the floor. Like, why is he on the bench right now? I don't see him. Is he in the game? I mean,
Uh,
when you
well, that's because he can't stay in front of Tatum or Brown. So they try to line up change tonight, putting Tybo in there, and
hmm
it clearly didn't work.
definitely. Oh Lord Jesus! Look, there goes
Yeah,
that man. Hand down,
Tatum put
man
up
down.
33 tonight.
Yeah, it's hand down, man down. There goes that man. But yeah, they're done. There's no more to say about this one. See you later, Philly. Sandra, that sucks. Welcome to the couch.
Uh, Gordon Hayward injured in game one. Do you see anyone stepping up to replace his output from the bench?
um, who started? Oh, you got Canner, which he can actually because they basically they move Canner and Tice back and forth out of the lineup, so either one of them will be fine. And we talked about Wanamaker; he can hit a few threes, and you don't have any smart. It's kind of like, oh, now you got me thinking, uh, who can really step up for him though?
I was looking at a guy like Carson Edwards who
There you
showed
go.
up a bit, in the bubble late.
Mm,
He's a bit undersized, but he knocks down some threes.
mm,
And remember, he showed out last year in March Madness
that's
in the
true.
tournament.
Hmm.
Um, he gets in defensively,
Mm,
but it's just a matter of size in the NBA.
true.
Um,
Well,
I,
there you go. Romeo Langford. I mean, you can,
mm-hmm.
he can get some. He can shoot. Actually, I believe he's an Indiana guy, but he can get off his own shot. So maybe he steps up, get you a few points a game. But other than that, they with Tatum and Brown leading the way, they have enough to. And with Kemba, they have enough. They have way more than enough to actually, kind of take the brunt of that loss right now. But in the long run, they're gonna need him
Yeah.
if you want to make a deep run.
Um, Mavs and the Clippers. Real intriguing.
Hmm.
Um, Luka's NBA playoff debut really came out shaky. A lot of turnovers early,
Hmm.
but they overcame an 18-2 deficit and played well until questionable KP ejection.
I, I I don't know what the hell that was about. I mean, it's the playoffs. Things are going to get heated. You cannot throw out one of the star guys. You just can't. I don't know what the hell that was about. That ref, you ought to get a kick in your fucking sack. 'Cause you don't do that at all. I mean, yeah, because KP was having a good game too. And it was close, but you knew that was going to be a big problem because they had no interior guys and they were dead to rights too. But let's talk about the fact that Luca put it on Patrick Beverly, Mister. What do you call him? 94 foot, 94 feet. Yeah, you got your ass bust from 94 feet on. Jesus Christ, but yeah, Luca, he's another one. Like everybody calls him slow, but he just has a way of getting to the basket. I think it's more of a smooth like game, and it's more old school because it wasn't the quickest players that really were like a Larry Bird kind of guy. He wasn't the quickest, but he was so smart when he got on the floor, and he just went to work. But for the Mavs to win this series, they need more. I mean, KP and Luca won't be enough. It's all going to come down to and Tim Hardaway shot them out of the game too. By the way, he started chucking up. You know, he started pulling Nick Timmy and thinking he was the guy. Pass the ball, Timmy. It just doesn't work all the time. But yeah, they need more, or they're going to be done in 5.
Yeah, man. If Michael K. Gilchrist he knocked down 2 threes in early, but you know, the KP ejection hurt him, but
Mm-hmm.
it didn't make any sense because Marcus Morris choked uh, uh, Luca,
He
and
did.
KP got ejected.
Yeah, that was kind of wild, but it's good to see.
And the first tech was really questionable.
Yeah, that one it was okay. When you start throwing your fist in the air, come on, ref, what you doing? They're gonna tee you up usually for that. But the second one, no, they overdid it. It's nice to see some toughness from KP. It's nice to see him defending. He's growing a pair. Well done, KP. Nice job. Could have did that. Could have grew a pair with Phil, but anyway.
Oh man. Yeah, I think the refs gave the Clippers one. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I still think the Clippers are going to win the series, but like we said, the Mavs need another weapon. Maxi Kleber it's not going to work.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Um, and then my biggest shocker, the Milwaukee Bucks losing game 1 to the seeded Magic without Aaron Gordon.
Mm-mm.
Orlando came out red hot from the outside. They knocked down 16 out of 41 threes. Vucevic with a 36 and 15 spot.
Mm-hmm.
And Giannis didn't really have any help down the stretch. What you make of the Bucks and the Magic?
We saw this last year. Magic got a game. Yay, yay, yay. Don't get too hyped. They're still the Magic. They're still not that good. I still say, you know, Bucks dominate the series because Giannis is gonna come out pissed. And when sometimes, most of the time when he gets pissed, he plays well. Unless it's at the end of games, then he starts to he gets shaky. But the Magic's another team that just don't have enough, even if Gordon does come back. Like, how are you going to maintain that? That was a more of let's shock them. Shots started falling, and then, but yeah, can you really see the Magic doing anything else? It just, if that happens, Giannis is leaving. But but yeah, just it's one of those shocker games that you just okay, you won just like last year. You can't get hyped over one game because easy as you can go at 1-0, you can lose 4-1. So we'll see.
Yeah, and I would say the Bucks, while it's Giannis' team,
Mm-hmm.
Orlando really played good defense on him, despite him having 31 and 17.
Mm-hmm.
They need more from Middleton. They need more
Yep.
from Brook Lopez, Pat Connaughton. The Bucks are have to knock down their threes, but like you said, they regular season kings. They won 53 games for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
but they've been showing some weaknesses in the armor
Mm-hmm.
here in the bubble. I don't know if the Magic have enough to win 4 games. I mean, they might sneak out another win,
Mm-hmm.
but I would like to see a killer instinct from Giannis if he's supposedly a perennial MVP
Yep.
candidate.
Mm-hmm. And this is gonna kind of. I think this will either win or lose him the MVP this year. Even though I think it's still LeBron, but like you said, I agree. You got to show a killer instinct. This is the Magic. It's nobody on the team that can really stop you. Just do what you do.
Yeah, yeah. I see the Bucks coming out strong tomorrow and just taking care of business and really putting, I guess, the Magic in their place. I mean, they get two. The Magic get two in a row. I'll definitely be shocked.
Yeah, that's when I started going, wait, oh boy. But I don't know if I still would be worried. I don't think I would be worried until they get to that third win.
One of the more intriguing matchups we previewed before, the Heat and the Pacers, TJ, Jimmy Butler matchup. They were guarding each other the entire night. Jimmy and Goran Dragic really took over in the fourth to give them the game one victory. Oladipo leaves in the first quarter, poked in the eye. A man catching more bad luck. Who do you see stepping up for the Pacers in Oladipo's absence?
I am going to go with, well, TJ. I'm going to throw, should I say McConnell? Should I really go McConnell? I'm going to go with TJ McConnell. That's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to say he gets a few more minutes. You know, they're going to, and Miles Turner. I think Miles Turner is going to really step up in his absence because he learned how to stretch the floor, and it surprised the hell out of me. But I think him and TJ kind of, you know, push the needle when it comes to this team. But still, the Heat, they have a whole bunch of shooters on that damn team, and I don't know how they're going to do anything. It's just rotations, defensive rotations for Indiana. Who's going to stop them? You got Robinson there. Jimmy can shoot. You know, Tyler Hero. You know, Bam Adebayo. He got a nice little mid range now. What can you do? I don't know. Even if anybody does step up, I mean McDermott. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna get. It's hard because TJ can only do so much, and Oladipo has been off from the get go of the bubble. He hasn't gotten his game back. He's in game shape, but his rhythm is off. So I don't think they have a chance. I hate to say it, but
yeah, that Oladipo injury hurts. I'm looking for Justin Holiday to really come into his own. Brother Drew Holiday, one of the triplets. But it's a lot to ask when you're missing your top gun in Sabonis and a key cog off the bench against a very strong defensive team like Miami. And now Jimmy Butler's just going in for the kill.
He did game one. He hit the 2 threes to ice the game. Man,
yeah.
you know that felt good for him.
Yeah, and he says his beef is over with TJ, but in his mind it never leaves.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler ain't shit. He petty.
Oh yeah, serving dirty coffee.
Nasty ass. Charging $20. Damn, coffee. Better go ask for that Bustelo.
Oh man, that's wild. This series, the Rockets and the Thunder, I'm still trying to figure out where the Thunder firepower is going to come from.
Oklahoma City Thunder and Houston Rockets.
That was me? Yep. Oh, okay. I'm like, what?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was wondering where the Thunder's firepower is going to come from because the Rockets just shot him out the gym last night, 23s. James Harden, Eric Gordon, and the Thunder they didn't move on offense.
No, it was a bad showing, man. They tried to get back, and Danilo was the only one able to put actually hitting shots. Chris Paul had a decent game, but it seems like he's shrinking every time the playoffs happen. You need him to step up. It just doesn't happen. Danilo, Shai Alexander, you can't expect that much from him because it's like a deal with looking at headlights right there. Mm-hmm. He's just like, okay, I'm in the playoffs. Chris Paul got to rein that kid in because he was kind of wild, trying to do too much on the floor. And yeah, what the hell are you gonna Muscala? Who are you gonna get something from? Noel, he's not an offensive threat. And
Right.
you need somebody there. Um, Steven Adams. I mean, he can only do so much. They don't have enough fire, like you said. They don't have enough firepower. There's no way. I know with West, even with Westbrook gone, Daniel House stepped up, Ben McLemore stepped up. I mean, you had guys just corner that was 5 out that they run. He
Mm-hmm.
said that works, man. That just with PJ, he can shoot himself, so you kind of it's like a double-edged sword.
Yeah, Jeff Green had like a turn back the clock night. He put up
Hmm
23, knocking down threes, and uh, moves like he was 22 again.
hmm
But OKC cannot get into a three-point shooting contest with Houston, and that's exactly how Houston lures you in.
hmm
The Thunder stopped moving on offense. They thought they can keep up with the threes, and that's how you lose by 25. As
hmm
soon as Thunder knocked it down to within 10 to 12, here come the Rockets again, knock down 2, 3 more threes. Before you know it, it's back up to 22.
hmm And a lot of them, their help defense was just bad because as you watch Houston's offense, they run off a lot of picks,
Mm-hmm.
and they caught it. OKC got caught so many times flat-footed, and once you do that, if you can't come over those screens or get under them quick enough, you're done. That's it. But
Yeah. Um, I, the Thunder can't get into a racing match with the Rockets.
hmm
Hopefully, Paul can utilize the pick and roll with Adams because that's what's going to kill the Rockets all night. But
hmm
you know, utilize the mid range. I still don't think the Thunder have enough firepower. Maybe the Rockets can shoot them out of themselves out of one game, and the Thunder can pick up one. But
hmm
I don't see the Thunder winning this series here.
Yeah, I thought it would be close. Nice close game with Westbrook not being there, but the Rockets are incredibly deep with shooters, so that gets
Yeah,
them. That keeps them in a lot of games, but also it kills them against really good teams because once you shoot yourself out of a game against a good team, you're pretty much done.
right. And we saw an example of that last year.
hmm
Um, and the most exciting series of them all, the Blazers and the Lakers. The second 8 seed uh, to win on the day.
hmm
Lillard, Carmelo, CJ, they all did what they were expected to do. My main guy was Hassan Whiteside last night. The defensive presence. Nurkic played well, but he got into a lot of foul trouble.
hmm
The problem I have with the Lakers is just their roster.
No, no help.
They could not hit an open shot all night.
Nope. KCP is supposed to be a knockdown shooter. Nope. Danny Green is supposed to be a knockdown shooter. Nope. I mean, like like we said before, we were having a little discussion. Where's JL Smith? JL can play,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, he might be going up to Henny sometimes, but JL can still, light it up and get hot and help your team. Kuzma, did he do anything yesterday?
He had about 14 to 17 points.
Okay. So yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. AD, he was off pretty much. Caruso, or Caruso GOAT as LA fans call him. Yeah, he better Caruso sit his ass right on the bench. But no, they just they play like that again. They're gonna be you about to see another upset, 8 beating a 1 because Portland's they smelling blood, right? They smelling blood out in the water, and LA better get it together. Dion Waiters played too many minutes for me.
I mean, I don't think he played enough. I
I don't
think
know.
I think you're seeing way too much of Caruso. I think you're
Yeah,
seeing way too much of KCP. Danny Green is out there because of
defense.
defense and his name.
hmm
It's
Playoff
just
time.
because he has a championship. But I believe you need to see more JR and
hmm
and Dion.
hmm I'll give you that.
I also don't think the Lakers could shoot 5-32 from 3 for another game. So
Yeah,
I'm not too worried about the total outcome yet, but I would be worried if they have another shooting exhibition like this for game 2.
no, absolutely. You better get it together. But I'm still saying Blazers in 7. I'm gonna stick to it. I think they pull it. I think they do it. And then you talk about shaking the room. That would shake the bubble. That might put a little pierce in the bubble if that happens.
Well, yeah, considering you don't have to travel to LA, you don't have to deal with that crowd, and Lillard his legacy would just grow some more, as if it hasn't grown enough already to knock off the vaunted Lakers, for Kobe. And speaking of which, we're gonna throw out the Black Mamba jerseys. They were supposed to break them out for the second for the next series, but according to you, they'll never make it there.
I don't think so. I really think they fuck it up. I'm sorry, because if you can't, like I said, if those guys don't get going, what do you have? Like Portland, you know what you're gonna get. But now it's just LeBron, AD, and who's gonna be your third wheel? Of course, Kuzma, yeah, but he still has his moments where he just doesn't show up in games. And come playoff time, all hands on deck. Somebody got to show up. Who's going to be the hero for you? Because LeBron, he can't do it all anymore. He pulled the triple double and you still lost, so that's not looking good for you. And LA better shape up, boys. Shape up.
Yeah, they're going to be in a load of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Boston can wrap this one up. 128-101, the final there. Let's see. I'm gonna get into the ladies. They're at the midway point of their season. Had some exciting games past week, but halfway through the season, 22-game season. We're gonna take a look here at the standings.
I already got my finals pick already. Shit.
Yeah, man. The Storm is just leading the way at 11-1. The Aces at 8-3. Sparks 7-3. Minnesota Lynx 7-3. Chicago Sky 8-4.
Poor Liberty.
Got the Mercury at 6. Oh, wait. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Connecticut Sun at 5-7. Dallas Wings at 4-7. The top 8 make the playoffs. Top 2 seeds receive a double bye in the playoffs. Seeds 3 and 4 receive a single bye, and single elimination games until the semifinals.
And with their setup, basically, you can see a West and West team in the final, isn't it? It's not Eastern and Western or something like that, right?
Right.
Okay. So
there's no conference. It's all based off record. All the teams face each other twice. The Storm has just been rolling through. The Aces were one of the hottest teams in the league. They had won 7 straight. They lost last night to the Sky, which was a thriller of a game.
That was a good game, yeah. But I'm well. You got I think the Mercury is going to come along too. That's another team that I think if they get hot and they get healthy, they're going to be a problem. Don't forget about the Sparks. They still have a pretty good squad. And Like I said, surprisingly, like I said, we talked about Connecticut. I said, I'm like, I was surprised that they're 0-4 start. I'm like, what the hell's going on? They have a decent team, and they're starting to come on a little bit. They're gonna fight for a spot in the Young Dallas Wings. You know,
Right.
they're fighting for a spot too, so it's gonna get real interesting.
Yeah, the Sun were winners of 6 straight. They lost the other night, but they're right on the Dallas Wings. Ogumba Wale, leading scorer in the WNBA, 20 points, over 20 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
I had her as my player of the week. She balled out against the Mercury. Um, 30, 33, knocked down 6 threes.
Damn. Yeah,
Yeah.
oof. That's hard to beat that. I'm gonna double one. I'm gonna double that because you can't. Yeah, I'm just like, damn. I was just thinking. I just had names, and I'm just like, oh, she's doing that good. But yeah, I'm gonna double that. She balled out. She deserved it. She's a she's a gunner too. I mean, they got a lot of shooters in the league, man. But yeah,
Yeah.
She definitely gets a spot for me.
Yeah, man. Congrats to Dewana Bonner of the Connecticut Sun
Hmm.
and Nafisa Collier of the Minnesota Lynx. They were named WNBA Players of the Week.
Hmm.
Um, Bonner is a certified gunner in the league. I believe she came from Phoenix,
Hmm.
coming off the bench, won a Sixth Woman of the Year
Hmm.
in the starting lineup this year for the Sun. But she's really balling out for a playoff contending team, and you know, just like we said before, these women can play.
Hmm.
Who would you be your MVP candidate mid-season?
If she didn't have a losing team, I would say Kelsey Mitchell because she's stepped up her game. In her third season, she has done nothing but improve. But I was gonna say Breonna Stewart. That was gonna be, she's close, or Aja Wilson. They're right there. But I'm gonna throw a little wrench. I'm gonna say Brittany Griner.
Mm.
She's averaging 18, I believe, 7 boards and 2 blocks, and even
Mm-hmm.
she's averaging like 3 assists to a game. And you know she hasn't missed a beat either. She's still doing the thing, blocking shots. Still one of the premier offensive players in the league. Um, it's a nice story. It's a nice, three-way thought with Aja, Brianna, and them. There's a three that can easily win it, but I'm gonna go with Brittany. She's good on both ends of the floor, and I'm definitely gonna go Brittany. Let her get her first one. She's won everything but the MVP, so I like it.
That's a good pick. I like my girl Vandersloot from Sky. Balled out last night, 15 points, 15 assists.
Got like 10 in like the first half.
Yeah, and have a game-winning assist um, to seal the victory against the Aces.
Hmm.
So, she always balls out.
Hmm.
Like I call it Steve Nash.
That's well deserved. Oh, also, rookie of the year, Crystal Dangerfield from Minnesota. That kid, she can play. She's
Yeah.
averaging 13 and 3 right now. But
Mm-hmm.
with, and that school going down, Crystal Dangerfield, it was another one too. I can't remember that girl's name. Oh my goodness. Ah, I gotta look it up right quick. Hold on. But yeah, Crystal Dangerfield definitely is my pick for rookie of the year. Oh my god, man, so many notifications. Wasn't, and I don't think Dangerfield was like a top pick in the draft either, which is crazy. And the way she's playing. What's another one? Yeah, I can't find it. But yeah, definitely Sabali. There you go.
Oh, Satu. Yeah,
Yes, I did. Yeah, yeah, that was another one. There was going to be one of those two that wins the rookie of the year. But those two, both, they can play.
that's a female unicorn.
Yep, there you go. Pretty much does everything: shoot, blocks, rebounds, everything. And my poor Libby going for that number one pick again.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Oh yeah.
They lost by what, 40 points last night.
Yeah, they got their ass whipped. Good Lord Almighty. But yeah, let's talk about this Dallas Wings team. I really like them. But look at that.
Yeah. So here's some footage of the Dallas Wings and the Phoenix Mercury from last weekend.
Hmm.
Mwale just balled out. Yeah, 33. You know, her pull-up game reminds me of Westbrook.
Yes, I see that form too. Yeah, that looks. Oh yeah, look at that. She's smooth with it, man. You see that rotation?
Yeah.
She's man, that's just perfect.
But
Yeah.
so like check out this move here from Brittany. The spin
See that?
move.
See,
Yeah.
she made that look easy. Like you can't. What are you gonna do with that? And you don't realize how strong she is till you actually watch her play. Bang.
Yeah. Skylar really knocked down some threes towards the end of this game, and as one of the big three with Diana, it was her first game back after missing a few games with a back injury.
Mm-hmm. She's she had a good game too. She had like 14, but I don't think she got over 20.
Nah.
But yeah, but look at this team. This team runs. That's another thing Dallas does. They run.
Yeah.
They show their youth and they run. Reminiscent of freaking the other team in Dallas. They like to run. And I kind of wish they had more teams in the league so they can kind of split it up like the NBA did, like with East and West, like they used to. But you know, it's a few defunct teams. But hey, they're still enjoyable, even though you blink and the season's over. But hopefully they get it extended a little bit just to see more of these girls actually get some more playing time and more action on the floor and get a little bit more, exposure.
Yeah. And we're gonna take a look at the this was last night's game with the Sky and the Aces. So the Aces were up by about 10 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
Sky came back, took the lead.
These games are always good between these two teams. I swear, man.
Yeah. So last year, elimination game, Hamby hits a half court shot, put the Aces up 93-92, and that's how they.
Yeah.
And then earlier this year, Allie Quigley hits a shot at the buzzer to beat the Aces. So this here, Aces closed out on like a 10-0 run. Sky comes back. Vandy Sue with her last assist of the game. The game-winning layup. It was a pretty nice, well-designed play.
They do that pretty well.
Yeah, they really do run the fundamentals really well.
Yeah, I wish you would have had that reverse layup I was talking about. That's lovely. I gotta find it myself. We'll look for it after this one. But yeah, that was pretty nice. But yeah, like what do you have for your finals picks for these ladies? I know we agree on one of the teams.
Seattle's way too deep.
Yeah, that's at least one. The second team is kind of I wanted to say the Sparks, but I don't know if they have enough. But what I'm hoping for is the freaking Mercury because I want to see Brianna and Brittany go at it. That would talk about a primetime matchup and just everything Taurasi versus Bird, and you have just so many players there coming together. Even the Aces too. That would be a nice one. But I definitely, if Seattle gets knocked off before that, I'll be shocked.
Yeah,
I can't see it. I'm sorry. They're too strong, too good. Not to, but yeah, I would love to see a Mercury Storm finals.
I probably see a Storm Sky final, or weather related, but
I like that.
I'm a big fan of a Sky backcourt, Brandon Swoop quickly, and I think that team is deep. Not to mention the Shields,
yes,
Cobber, and Dolson.
That's my girl right there. Connecticut, yeah, I love Stephanie Dolson.
So I have a Storm Sky final. I mean, I
like it.
wouldn't be shocked if the Aces made it, but the Aces and Sky are probably gonna duel each other out and knock one of the knock each other out.
Mm-hmm.
I would pick it's the Storm and the Sky.
No, that's a good one. But yeah, definitely. I want to see how this shakes out. I'm definitely going to run. I'm going to get into it a little bit more. It's been so many games coming on, trying to freaking watch everything. You're like, damn, I missed that game. Then you tell me, oh man, they had a good game. Look at this highlight right here, and I'm like, damn, I missed it. But yeah, I'm definitely going to catch the second half a little bit more to WNBA because I want to see who comes along and steps up, just like the bubble, just like the NBA. You never know who's going to come along.
Yeah, man. Like you said, it's a lot of sports on TV. I mean, hell, I need multiple screens to watch them all. So
yeah, I might have to follow you on that one.
Yeah, man. You got the iPad here, got my TV here, got my computer here. I got,
Crazy.
It's a lot of things to watch, and this is what we've been asking for after 4 months of
not a damn thing.
Not a goddamn thing. So, count our blessings and enjoy the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we're gonna close this one out real fast. We see Dallas up 8-0 real early. And everybody's been coming out their early leads and they end up losing. Look at Brooklyn, look at Philly, and Philly got their doors blown off.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be KP shooting like a bitch. Sorry, I don't know. He's still my guy, but I'm gonna get on him every chance I get. Sorry.
I hear you kind of like me in hockey. I get it. You can't fight. You can't resist.
Listen, I'm hyped on hockey. I don't care. I don't care. I never experienced the number one pick before, so it's like a new experience. This is great.
Man.
And come the lottery.
Speaking of the number one pick,
we ain't getting shit.
Yeah, we might come on here tomorrow and get your reaction to the lottery. Number one. Liberty had the number one. You think the Knicks gonna get it?
Hell no, we getting like sixth. Well, as long as we get in the top four, I'm fine. I'll be good with that. Yeah, we might do a reaction when you just see me sit here and just look at the TV and it's gonna pop up number 8, New York Knicks. I'm gonna go, oh my fucking god. Well, what's the point of losing? You might as well get good because this ain't working. Obviously, being one of the worst teams ain't working for us. That's just. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Who they go Luka again? Oh, he got Doc mad.
Yeah,
Doc is angry. Yeah. Austin better watch out after the bubble.
Yeah, man. I mean, just to see your reaction of the Knicks taking a guy who won't play for another 4 years.
Yeah. I know, right? Yeah, we're gonna get Tokis Manarakis from somewhere in Serbia that never panned out to be shit. Piss everybody. Well, piss me off actually. But yeah, I'm gonna, as the fan I am, I'm gonna hold not high hopes, but I'm gonna have some kind of hope that they finally get it right. They got it right with RJ, I believe. They got it with Mitch. Now they got to figure everything else out. And Frank, I'm gonna be on the Frank train. Like I said, I'm not gonna get over it. Phil, you make me sick, but still, to this day, fucking Phil. But yeah, we're gonna see. Yeah, I'll do a reaction.
Yeah, we'll jump on for a bit for the lottery and get your reaction and take a look at the teams. Pretty sure the Bulls will pick 7. So
yeah, I'm telling you, Bulls don't want to. Man, that's your pick. The Knicks are always 4 to 6 somewhere in that area. 4 to 9. Bulls are always 7. That's what happens. Watch them. Yeah, maybe Cleveland to get number 1 again.
Yeah, man. Death, taxes, and Bulls at 7.
I like that. That's awesome. Oh man, that's great. Then they kicking their ass.
Oh yeah. Mavs are kicking their ass. I guess I'll pretty much end it for us on this week. We got Pod Jobbers Thursday nights.
Baby.
Audible Tuesday nights. Dong City, Monday nights.
Absolutely.
And in the lab, right before us, 7 o'clock, Food Life, Chef Matt, Chef Johnny, cooking up some dishes, doing an amazing job.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Finger licking good.
Yeah. Probably be looking good tomorrow, man. I'm telling you, Knicks are gonna be at 9.
Oh yeah. I swear, man, we got like a 0.9 chance of getting that. And if that happens, the Lord hates us. Find another squad or something. Just kidding. But yeah, check out all the podcasts. Everybody, just keep doing what you're doing. Great shows. Audible, like you said, Matt and Randy do an awesome job. Check out their show from was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Check that shit out. It was I actually finally finished it. Check it out now. I mean, right now. Fuck what you doing? Drop everything and watch that shit because it's great. Dong City was good, even though they shit on the Mets once again half of the damn time. I'm gonna get on that show and we're gonna have an argument. Y'all need to learn. Um, it's the life difference, as Henry always says. It's gonna keep growing, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Congrats again to the group for reaching 400 members. Invite your friends, invite your family. Do what we do, and
Call your wife.
yeah, don't invite your wife. It's about to get.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm not inviting my wife. I'm sorry. I'm good.
Yeah, Devin Booker and his son's bubble. I don't know.
Oh yeah, man, we didn't. Damn, we should have went over that. I mean, she was glad that she got a train rode on her, boy. She was happy.
It's no code, bro. No code.
Nah, I guess it ain't share if the homies can't have none, but I'm sorry, it ain't happening over here. I ain't sharing with nobody. Ain't no sloppy.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, I definitely gotta check not for kids on YouTube, bro.
Yeah, this is
work.
We don't want that one. Can't get too sloppy in Baller's life. Take us home, darn it.
Yeah, but again, thanks for your time, bro, and you can catch us on the YouTube channel, Life Group Podcast, Stepback. You can catch us on Anchor, Spotify, Apple. You can catch this one. You can catch our previous episodes, all audio. We're there, and I'd like to thank you for tuning in. And catch you same time next week, 8 o'clock. Same time, same group, same place.
Same color.
Time. All out.
As usual.